Hi, in this video you're going to be learning how to composite using layer masks and retouching tools. We're going to be using these two baseball pictures. Once you've downloaded the pictures to your pictures folder, you can import them into Lightroom and then bring them into the Photoshop Techniques collection. Once they're in the collection, you're going to click on one of them, hold down Command and click on the other to select them both at the same time. Then you right click, select Edit in Photoshop, but you're doing open as layers in Photoshop, and this is important because it'll open them both in the same document at the same time. Go ahead and click. It will launch Photoshop, and it will bring both the images into the same document at the same time. You'll see that you have 1 and 2. I'm going to zoom out because this is filling my screen pretty big, so I'm going to do Command minus to zoom out. The first thing we're going to do in this image is we are going to cut out our baseball player. So we're going to go to our selection tools. You can try select subject. Make sure that you're selected on the little kid. It actually did a pretty good job of selecting our subject. This tool is actually pretty smart. What we're going to do is zoom in, and then I'm just going to add parts of this that it missed. And usually it's going to miss parts that match in value to the background. So you can see anywhere where the value is very similar to what's behind it is where it's missing. I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go up here to the top left and make the brush size a little bit smaller so I can get into some of those detail areas. Now to deselect right here, I'm going to hold down Option, Deselect. I'm going to add this collar here, hold down Option, Deselect. There we go, pretty close. Gonna get his little finger here and add that. His hand is missing. So just go back in here, holding down the Option key, space bar, and pan so I can get to the bottom. So I hold down space bar, turns my mouse into a little hand, and I can click and drag to move to different parts of the picture. Gonna get that knee in there. Shoe, I'll try to get as close as possible. There we go. And then I'm gonna, get that little gap in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I can add a layer mask by clicking the rectangle with the circle there. You'll see that anything that's white is showing, anything that's black is hidden. I can zoom out. My next step would be to select and mask. So I want to get a better cut out so I can see it's a little choppy up there. So what I can do is I can even put this view, so just viewing it on layers. And the things I want to do are smart radius, and then just add a little bit there so it can kind of try to select the edges for me. I can go in here and smooth the edges. That's a big problem because you'll see that it was a little choppy up there. And then I can also, I'm probably going to shift the edge in a little bit so I don't get as much of that glow on his hat there. Then I can go in with my, what is this? The edge brush? No, I'm going to go in with the brush. Again, change the size a little bit smaller. Kind of paint some of that back in. You can paint in some of the edges here. And when I'm done, I can go ahead and hit OK.